Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you are having a fantastic day watching this. My name is Chioma Eze and this is the Peppery Swat Show. I don't understand. What's this looking vibe? Okay guys, I'm not on the show alone today. I have the amazing, talented producer, artist. Give him all the names you can give him. You're welcome to the show.
Yo.
How you doing now?
I'm very fine. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so basically, you know what we do on the Peppery Swat Show? We bring to you everything happening in the world, right? All the juicy stuff happening, all the tatafo, all the gossip, we bring it to your doorstep. And trust me, guys, we have stories today that you've probably been hearing around, but today we'll be giving you like the in total, like the main information about the gist. And I think I'll be starting with this popular, person that they've been talking about on social media.
Okay.
It's quite sad because like we've seen this happen again and again and again. Like we had like Oxlade's time, we had Tiwa Savage, and now BUBAGIRL. Now, in case you do not know, guys, BUBAGIRL is a TikToker. She's a very popular TikToker, and her videos started circulating on social media where it was basically her nude, right, where she was touching herself, right? And I really wanted to know what happened because I was asking myself, is it that she put her... I saw comments on social media before I even went to check out the video where people were like, she's the one that put it online. These people want to trend. That's why she went to post that video online. So I went to check it and I found out that she sent that video to her boyfriend on Snapchat. View once, right? So I think the boyfriend screen recorded the video and we don't know how blackmailers got the video and they started blackmailing her. Now the crazy thing is they've been blackmailing this babe for over 1 year, and finally they released this video.
Wonderful. And
I think also Tiwa Savage, I can remember she spoke about how somebody was blackmailing her. They were blackmailing her for like that her video that leaked. It got to a point where she was like, you know what, you people should leak it if you want to leak it, and they eventually did. But now she's free, right? But I don't know, honestly, like it's really sad that this is happening to her. It is really, really sad. But how are people comfortable sending their nudes, their videos, their naked bodies to people? We know that is your boyfriend, but like on Snapchat, Instagram, like, has anybody done it to you before? What do you think about it? Like, what do you think? Is that, has anybody sent you nudes before?
Wait, please, don't put me in the middle, even though I know it is sweet in the middle. Well, for me, I find that to be childish and hilarious.
Yeah.
To me, I find that to be very hilarious because I feel I don't see that aspect to be romantic. I don't see that aspect of life to be it's supposed to be portrayed to be called love.
Yeah.
I see it to be totally childish and not mature enough. Like it's the immaturity is just so big.
Yeah.
Nobody has actually done that to me because I would definitely not even request for that. If we're adults, if I feel like I need to do this or do that, well, I see no reason why I can't just call you and tell you, okay, come over, or I'm coming over, or we are meeting where we are supposed to meet.
Yeah.
Rather than me telling you to send me your nude. I'd rather don't fantasize than just say, why go buy sweets? Can't they lick sweets with the wrap waiting for inside?
Oh shit.
I'll look come out the sweet, lick and make it sweet to me.
I don't do. But you know that there are some guys that actually love like nudes. I know that I used to have like a friend, Lulu, like send him nudes. That's what he wants. Like he would always say his girlfriend, they must, even if it's not videos, like pictures or maybe your naked pattern. I cannot. I remember those days on To Go where somebody would be like, please, can you send me your picture? I feel like these things actually happen, right? Where people send their videos and pictures on social media. But it's crazy. Like, when I get mine though, hey God, people have mind. But I think it's just sad that she's going through this now because it's very embarrassing. I don't know how she's handling it. I feel like putting out your nudes online is one thing, but having people criticize you online is another thing. So I'm just imagining what she's going through.
No, you must understand that even though you might have sent these nude pictures or videos to your boyfriend or whatsoever, they can easily forget that you've sent them these things. But when it actually gets down to the internet will never forget.
I did tell you.
Just imagine now, just get to imagine that after some years, when she becomes a mother, and someone is playing this video for the son or the daughter.
God, I beg.
Say, this is your mom. Oh. This was what happened to your mom years back. Oh. Now be that one they go tell say fire will blow, breeze blow, he
open again. But I feel like they can actually remove those videos. They can remove it from
I think they could do that. I think they did that for Tiwa Savage.
Even
you need to just talk to the direct people in charge of the social media handles.
I think for Kim Kardashian too, they took like all the videos, they took it down. Like it's not more there. But even though if it's really sad,
it doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't really make sense to me for me to start sharing my nude pictures.
Yeah.
I've even had an experience back when I was in the uni where it's even a guy requesting me to send myself putting on a tight boxer. Right? He would like to just see what I look like. The prayer where I give up that day.
Well, I don't get tight boxers.
He now specified it. So I don't know, but I feel it doesn't make sense to me. I don't see that part to be romantic.
Yeah.
You don't need to send me your nude pictures or your videos, or I don't need to send that to you. If we need to do anything, come on, let's have it. Let's just have that time to see and do whatever we need to.
Some people can be crazy. Say, baby, send me your needs.
No, I don't believe in that. I see that to be not being mature for me.
It's fine. We wish her the best, and we hope that she's able to come out of this strong.
She'll be alright.
Better. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we have another story from Derele and Frank Edoho, right? So they were hosting one event recently where, it was going well on stage. It was going well on stage until Derele asked Frank Edoho a question. Now the question is, if Derele should come to your house today,
okay.
If you should come to your house today and say, there's a fine flower, fruits in your house that I would love to pluck, right? Would you say yes to him? Would you say, okay, now that you have come, my son, let's do it the right way? Or will you push him out? Now, let me say, Derele, I'm talking about the Derele that we know. Like with his, high heel, his showing of chest, his hair and everything. Would you say yes to him?
First of all,
will you allow your daughter?
First of all, I shall first thank God, say no being get the tree where the flower you walk up block. No being put the flower there where water.
Guided.
But to be sincere, I will speak for my personal self. I don't want to speak generally.
Yeah. For
my personal self, I feel I don't really always want to judge the book by its cover. For Derele, I will really not want to say a no, except I don't get to know him, like what he does, like he's an entertainer. Let me just take it like I don't know if he was ever an entertainer or something.
Yeah.
You understand? I just want to see him like a normal, random guy.
Yeah.
That came through. Yet I will still don't want to judge him.
Yeah.
By his looks. Because trust me, there are a lot of people out there that they look so decent, but they are dangerous.
Yeah.
the damages those ones will cause to a daughter's life. You pray for God to give you a rewind to reborn that daughter and retrain that daughter never to make those mistakes again.
Bro.
So for me, I think it's a yes.
So you're going to say, okay.
No. Because there'll be a dialogue. But at the other side, at the other hand, if Derele is coming in his way dressed up like he's always looking like that clown, maybe my dog go first pursue him.
Your dog.
Maybe my dog go first pursue him. But at the same time, I won't want to really do that, like judge a book by its cover. So definitely for me, if he's talking well, why not? Why will I not just give him a listening ear?
But they say first impression matters, right? And if I have a daughter and like she comes in or she tells me that okay, her boyfriend or her fiance is coming to see me, I'm like, cool, that's fine. And then he comes dressed like that. So first question I'll ask is the question that we'll all ask, right? And I would do that because in this part of the world, you'd hardly see guys dressed like that. The only time they dress like that is
the other way around.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
for me, for the fact that he's coming true, I don't want to see him like
and the only you mentioned that because you already have an idea of what he does, right? It's easy for it to say, okay, this this probably part of like his
whole entertainment business.
So before he comes there, if I go and Google and I'm like, okay, then really this is what he's doing to sell this market, okay, that's fine, I might agree. But if it's that I don't know that you're an entertainer, you're just coming to come and take my daughter and you're dressed like that, bro, you're going to leave the house.
Now why I say that my dog will fetch
you're gonna leave the house, I think if we won't even have a conversation, because me looking at you, I'm asking myself, like, so after all these years of training you, sweet daughter, after all these years, this is what you chose to do to me,
chose to do,
right?
The clown.
That's
why I said it is my dog.
Yes, because if you're just like that, honestly, there's nothing you want to tell me that I'm going to listen to. Exactly. Like, if you talk to me, I'll even be scared. If you are dressed like that and you talk to me and you have a masculine voice, or you have like a strong, I'll be like, bro, take this guy out of my house. But I think it's fine though. It depends. At the end of the day, it depends on. Let's just pray that our daughters will come home with amazing people.
Yeah, for me, it's not even about our daughter coming home with amazing people. It's them having that happy life they've always wished.
Yeah,
because definitely our daughters won't end up being there for them. They won't be in the shoes. They'll be the one in the marriage. So it's just for them getting that man that will treat them right. So I feel that is what me. I'm not after just about you bringing a whole lot of guy, a tall guy with six packs. His father is this, his mother is this. Yes, those things are also part of the things that is needed.
But that's not the cocoa.
But that is not the cocoa. The happiness, the peace of mind. Because I don't want a situation whereby, like, every two days, I'm being called that there's domestic violence. They don't give my daughter, they don't give Ashiko. Left eye, don't swear. But God forbid, though, that will never happen to you or like your children. But like, if you ever find yourself in that position, what will you do? For the kind of father I
You're
am,
gonna beat the living daylight out
for
of
the
the
kind
man.
of father I am, the kind of man that will come and ask hands in marriage for my daughters. When he see Papa he will not say no. This father is not going here to try shit with.
Some guys don't care.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Then when he try, he will understand. Me, I'm this kind of father. I'm not down for all those.
Let peace reign. Peace and positivity, bro.
He go collect. Forget.
Because I actually, the reason why I even asked is because like I have there's a story that I heard, right, where like the man was beating the wife, and then the wife would go home to her family, like the father and the mother, and they just be like, don't worry, just try to. And then they send her back and they're like, these things, like, we know that we'll talk to him, or he should stop beating you, but these things happen in marriage and the rest. So that is being possessed. No
matter how no matter how the situation is supposed to be in that house or whatever the matter is, I see no reason why a guy should hit a woman. I know some women can act like they are possessed. Some women, most times, that slap, they correct them. But regardless, it is a no for me.
It is a no.
Regardless, it's better for you as a guy. Just walk away.
Yeah, very important. Very, very.
I've actually had that experience where right now it is the lady trying to be violent. Yeah. Like, if we have to start fighting ourselves now, like, she feels so confident of herself that she can beat me up. Like, she's always the first to hit me, either hitting me on my chest or pushing me on my face just to see my reactions. But I'd rather still walk away. Better. So than because they're committing a crime. Exactly. And the thing about it is that even though you don't want to do it, right? I mean, that's why walking away is important. I think it's just to walk away. But at the same time, I think it's also very okay if women that find themselves into those categories where you need to push the temper of your man to that aspect where he cannot control it anymore. I think we also need to address issues of talking to women. So women, their mouth drives so rough. You know, some of them, their mouth, you know, there's a difference when you're having issues with your partner and you guys are throwing words at yourself. And when you are throwing words that is beyond the boundaries, like you're throwing words now, you're throwing words down to the husband's family. That's
crazy.
Sometimes that thing could just come in and they collect one slap for your left eye. So
But that's very crazy,
also,
honestly.
I
I
think
feel like there should be like boundaries.
Yeah,
Do you know how
there
they
should
used to
be
say?
boundaries.
They used to say like a woman's strength is her mouth, right? Like a woman can be arguing with you and literally be saying everything that she said, but she doesn't mean jack. Like her own is because she knows she doesn't have power, she doesn't have strength to fight. Her own is let her share something that will pain you. Do you get? But I also think that even though some women do that, they should know when to stop.
Yeah.
Because you mentioning like his family and the thing about it is that guys don't forget things like this.
Exactly.
Right? And like mentioning their family, mentioning stuff that they would have told you like earlier and using it against them, like it hurts them. And when they begin to start changing, you'll be asking yourself like, what's happening? Why is it changing? It's because of those things that you said to him that's been piling up over time. Like he will just be in his heart. Even if you say I'm sorry, no, while I'm sorry, but it's still there. It's still like the I cannot trust you with stuff about my family, stuff about myself will be there, and before you know it, marriage, relationship don't scatter.
That's very true.
Yeah, so please, so please, you guys. Yeah. Okay, so moving on, we have a story from Zinoliski. Now I'm so angry because I saw a post where like they posted, I think it was at the club, but I think it was high, so he was like dozing off, like he was trying to sleep, and somebody recorded him and put him on social media. Wow. Now while this blog was trying to talk about this, the person, they called him an up and coming artist, right? Okay. Do you think Zinoliski is an up and coming artist?
No, who says that? No,
but why would
totally
they even
wrong.
call him an up and coming artist though?
Probably, you know most
and it's
times,
a very popular blog that we all know.
You know, sometimes bloggers need to be sincere. There are a lot of bloggers out there that I feel they still do things unprofessionally, because before they do things, they don't think the actions or what might come up. So crazy. I'm very sure that the blogger who might have done that cannot tell me he or she does not know that Zinoliski was once an upcoming artist, but not in this particular moment.
See the way they put it, one of Nigeria's most respected up and coming artists.
Come on,
Zinoliski, seen in a world of his own at a nightclub. Maybe, right? We get that you're trying to be funny with your caption.
Yeah, with your caption.
But why call him? Because when I read the caption, I had to start thinking about some of the songs that Zinoliski has dropped. And boy, like this guy has given us songs. He has given us music. So I mean, I think it's just disrespectful because like the music industry is not really an easy one. Like you'd have to be hardworking, consistent for you to be able to be where you are. And if he has done this and he's here right now and you still feel like it's comfortable calling him an up and coming artist, I think that's really disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It is. It is. I see no reason for that. Because if you think you want to have a clout, bro, if you want to have a clout, it is better you are actually running your captions attached to what was happening. If the blogger would have actually written the captions to be up and coming sleeper or sleeping or whatever that surrounds that particular thing, it's making sense. We know you want to catch crews. It is obvious that you are not trying to be disrespectful, but you are just only trying to catch crews or make a comedy out of it. It is that could have not been any issue, but for you to call Zinoliski up and coming artist, it's sad. It's just like you are giving him a setback.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
God.
So that blogger, they're supposed to tie him for pole.
They're supposed to tie him, and it's a popular one. That's the thing about it. I don't expect this kind of, because you know how you've made a name for yourself. You don't need to do. The reason why some people do that is because they want clicks. They want people to click on their link. Yes. But these people, they're already very popular, so they don't even need to do all those things. They don't need those. It's crazy. What do you think about Burna Boy now? His album, what he said yesterday. What do you think about it? You know, he talked about Afrobeats and people have just been going crazy because of that. But I mean, yesterday I saw like a different angle because I had the conversation with some people. Okay. Right? But I still had a conversation yesterday with a very good friend, and he's like, bro, what he said is what he said. That brother talked bad about Afrobeat. You get? Because I mean, how would you say there's nothing in the sound, like it lacks substance and the rest? And then he said there was like a follow-up video explaining what he said, and in that video also he still was talking down on Afrobeat. What do you think about what do you think about what he said? Actually, I'm going to answer this from two angles. Yeah. From two angles. I'm going to answer this from two angles. And the two angles are, first of all, if Burna Boy is saying boldly that
Afrobeat has no substance.
This sounds amazing.
Maybe now R&B they do. We don't know saying R&B they do. Because it for me it makes no sense. You cannot be an Afro, like they call you the giant of what? Africa. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody is actually seeing you not just the giant of Africa, but the giant of Afrobeat, because this is the same Afrobeat sounds that have given you your Grammy Award, that have made you being everywhere, like, almost at the center. So if he is talking down on Afrobeat, automatically he's talking down of himself. It means he is also having what has no substance. And you know what? You know the way Nigerians are. If Nigeria is for you, they are for you.
Yeah.
And if you lose guard, if Nigeria won't show you, they will show you. Because in fact, let's take it from the part. There are some Burna Boy songs that if you get to listen to it, you can hardly hear his lyrics. It's like he's chewing his mouth. Yes.
Crazy.
It's like he's just rhyming with the melody. So you need to actually open your ears properly for you to listen well to understand what he is saying. So automatically it's like he's talking down on himself. But I don't want to see it from that angle. I think what he was trying to say is, generally, is trying to categorize some set of Afro musicians where their Afro music or their Afro sounds don't have substance. Probably it might be the instrumental and at the same time their lyrics or the melody or the craft together to make that Afrobeat. So probably, so I feel for them to have asked him that kind of question, I feel definitely there might have been a conversation that might have gone on and that went on, and he needed to just deliver. You know, sometime I always tell people before you answer, I'm always very careful when I'm out there. You're wanting to take me interviews just like almost immediately unplanned. I'm always very careful what I say. So before you talk, you have to think. You just have to think. So he might not actually mean it that way. But if he is insisting and he's coming from that angle that Afrobeat has no substance or have no substance, it means he's also talking about himself,
and that's going to be crazy. Because I mean, somebody was like, now the Afrobeat is doing well, like international communities, like they want to associate with us.
Global.
You're now going to the same people again to be saying that there's nothing in the sound though. Like how would that be? But then again, like I love the other angle, which is maybe he didn't mean it that way. No. It was just the way it came out. And I feel like the reason why people even took it personally was because of how Burna Boy is, how he talks. Like because I mean, you know that we all know that he's blunt. Like he can be very, very blunt.
Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny enough, I like people like that anyway.
Yeah, I do. I love people like that until it becomes really bad. Until it hurts, or how would I put it? Until it affects you.
Yeah.
Do you get like you know how you're like okay? You see the watch a video of him and his grandfather where he was like, this interview is boring. Like it's boring. Like to us, we can saying he's blunt, amazing. But if you were in that shoes and he did it to you, there you gonna say this guy.
Say no, say something never touch you.
Exactly. So I mean, and again, I think it also happened because recently Whiskey talked about hip hop in Nigeria. I think rappers. He said rap is dead in Nigeria, and now again this one. So that was what made people really talk. But yeah, guys, what do you think about it? We really want to hear from you guys. Do you think what he said was right or wrong, or do you think we're taking it from a wrong angle? Please kindly drop a comment below, guys. So yeah, do you have any story that you want to share?
Well, like a lot of things have been going on, like you said. A lot of things have been going on. There was a story that went on, and that's concerning. We spoke about a little bit of domestic violence. This story happened from the North side, where a young girl, I think she's 17 years old, and normally they practice that mostly in that way. It's everywhere, but it's common there, where a grown-up man of 60, 50 or thereabout can just walk up to you and tell you, I like this your pikin.
I want marry
him. And you don't have a choice. You just have to just do it. So I think the man did the needful. I think from the source I got that from. And also online, I think it paid like 1 meter
What's
to be
wrong
able
with
to like
Sounds
Emil
amazing.
to get married to the girl. So, and she's just 17. So it happens to be
She's
that
not even an adult.
she's not even an adult. It happens to be that this man always hit her. So she ran back home. The parent had to bring her back, and trying to let her understand he's your husband. You cannot be blah blah. But this is even a small girl.
This
She
can't
ran
be.
back. So now it gets to that phase where the man has to lock her inside the house before he goes out.
Wow.
Yeah. So the time the man will actually get back from wherever he went to discover that she tried to take her life. So he was able to, rush her to the hospital. She got herself. So she ran away from home again. The parents did the same. So another day the man was leaving the house. He forgot to lock the door. So the girl ran down to the cousin's place and had to explain what's going on.
Yeah.
So it was the uncle and the cousin that blew
It
the
all.
whistle, and the man was looking for the girl. I went to the parents, and the uncle had to call them that she's here, and if you guys need to come here, man, I'll arrest you guys. So that's what prompted this thing. So now I sat down, I tried to digest this whole thing to understand the reason why a 17 years old girl is into a marriage and not schooling,
Yeah.
and this man practicing domestic violence on a young girl. I can't understand. Say they fight as normal husband and wife they fight, or
as
if
per
they flog
daddy,
her and daddy and
Eh.
daughter. So I got confused. So I don't know.
It's really, really sad, honestly. But I feel like, first of all, let's even ask questions like, are they her parents? Are they really her parents? Because how would you even like give out your 17-year-old daughter, right? Because they gave you 1 million. I mean, it's obvious that they don't really have money. Because I'm wondering why, like, first of all, you give out your daughter to an old man, right, for 1 million naira, and then she comes back to you telling you that, bro, they are beating me, and you send her back there again because they gave you money. Like, it's really sad, because nowadays I really don't understand. Like, I used to ask myself, like, I've not given birth before, so but I know that it can be painful to give birth. Raising a child is very painful. It's not painful, but like, I mean, there's like a whole lot that goes into raising a child, right? But giving birth also can be very painful, right? So if you go through that process of like giving birth, raising your child, taking care of them, praying to God that they do well, praying to God that they come out like they do well in the society, then she gets to 17 rather, and you are giving her out to an old man, and she's coming back to you saying that they want to kill me, and you don't care. You are sending her back there. Like, she comes back again and she's like, they want to still kill me, and you still don't care. Like, I'm just wondering, like, I think for me it's her parents' fault, because I don't know why you'd be giving out your small child for marriage. And I also think that this is a thing in the north that needs to be worked on, because this is not the first time we are hearing, this is not the second. Like, as a matter of fact, it's a thing right now, because most times they'll ask you, like, you can be having a joke with someone and the person is like, and you can be like, oh, I'm still small, I've not gotten married. Or they will tell you in the north, it's not your maid that's getting married, or it's not your maid that's giving birth in the north. This is now a normal thing,
it's
right?
Like a norm, like
it's been normalized, but
it's
it's
like
not
a point
right.
of contact or a watchword they can use for you.
Yes, but it's not right. It's not right though, because I mean, hey God, even children, you're even saying 17 to them is quite old. Like, you even see 15, 14. But anyways, guys, that's all for today on the Peppy Sports Show. I had an amazing time with the amazing Dean Bates.
Yeah.
Oh God. Alright guys, don't forget that you can follow us on all our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to enjoy more amazing content. You can also follow me on Instagram at Choma_Eze, and
you can follow me on my personal page, Mr_Dean Bates, on every social media handle.
yes.
Right there.
Alright guys, until next time, stay safe and be happy. Keep watching Wisdom. Bye guys.
Bye guys.